Hi, it's Angie. Welcome to my channel. A little bit of a blank space behind me. So thank you for being here. I didn't post a video yesterday. I was just out enjoying some wonderful time with our family and meeting some future extended family. So I just want to make sure everything is tickled pink here. So the lyrics to Money Owns This Town, that is from the Storage Wars. I have not heard those lyrics in a long time. Money owns this town. So that's a little bit kind of reflective of California or Los Angeles. You know, there's a lot of different comments out there regarding Rob Reiner. This really reflects with me because I had to walk away and keep away. That is the only way you are going to resume a healthy life. Yes, I have bags under my eyes, but is if you walk away and you keep away. Because if you don't listen to the psychiatrists, when the psychiatrists are detached or therapists are detached. For me, I never had to do this. I just did this all on my own. But there's a reason that they are psychiatrists or psychologists or whatever, is because they're not emotionally involved. When you have these psychopaths, sociopaths, histrionic, bionic in essence, because this type of personality is determined to hurt you. So I've been reflecting still a little bit about Rob Reiner, but Rob Reiner is an example of how you can get manipulated to the third degree, because it's quite challenging for people that have enormous empathy to walk away. And I just don't think that this would have ever come to a healthy conclusion. The only way is if Nick Reiner would have left the planet, and that is not what we see. So I do have a little bit of Christmas lights. So money owns this town. That's what happens. I live in a community as well. I lived in a community as well where a lot of money owned this town. Now, so that's, you know, I'm a fragile rock. You have to be a little bit fragile. You have to be sensitive. But sensitivity is what keeps us ensnared. So I don't know what's going to come out of this Deranger deck, but it's not easy. It's not easy, especially when in Rob Reiner's life, because a very popular family, the limelight is always shone on that family, being the son of Carl Reiner. Big boots to fill, big shoes to fill, as they say. So was that coupled with it as well? So we'll see. So have a wonderful day wherever you are. I was thinking about doing a live, but I don't know if I will, but I'll see how I feel later on. I'll just pop on here, but I don't know yet. So, so money owns this town. So I think this is going to be a long and drawn out year in the summer, or in this, well, it's first day of solstice. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. It is December 21st. I think we enter Capricorn at some time today. So healing is never linear. Healing is, you know, when you're healing from abuse, and being around a psychopath is never linear either. That's the manipulation, up, down, push, pull, off, on, hot, cold. It takes enormous discipline. It takes enormous discipline to walk away and keep away. Okay, money owns this town. Okay, so we'll see this Storage Wars. Lots of war in the family when you have this type of environment around you. Okay, so I'm taking one from, you know, social media, bombastic. The sky is always falling. Money owns this town. Okay, so this is what we face sometimes on social media, but this is possibly what the Reiner family will face as well, because their family is going to be under scrutiny incredibly. It's already under scrutiny. There's so many people talking about it. Just some really weird comments people are surfacing, the ones that have been just had small little relationships with with this Reiner family, but that's what happens. People are looking for their 15 minutes of fame. So that's the bombastic, sky is always falling. That's the bombastic life of some social media stalkers out here. Not all of them. Okay. This reminds me of swift current Saskatchewan, because narcissism is very swift. Psychopathy is a very swift moving entity. It plays with your emotions all the time. It's the biggest joke in essence that was played on Rob Reiner or played on someone like me. You don't comprehend that you're the biggest joke in the whole party is you, because you don't recognize it. Right? It's very hard to accept this if you have this type of personality in your family. I've said before, somebody else, I'm repeating it, is when you remove the blood relationship, would you be able to trust this person? He didn't trust Nick Reiner. So when you give yourself some distance and you look at this person as if this person is not your relative, in essence, you remove the blood, you're doing a switch of the blood, you'll come to the conclusion that you can't trust this person. And if you can't trust this person, you cannot trust anybody that doesn't have any empathy. Those are major warning signs. But, manipulation is a stronghold. Money owns this town, and so is money. Money is a very strong hold. That's what happened in my situation. Doesn't matter how much money, but money. We had gamblers. You could have drug addictions, alcoholics, gamblers. With us, it was money. Money owns this town. Here's a drug addiction. This is drugs. Drugs in my pocket, and I don't know what to do with them. Drug addictions are very, very difficult to be with, handle. I don't deal with anybody that has any addictions. To me, if you have an addiction, you have a problem, not you. But people that have addictions have problems. And I will never sit down and break bread with anybody that has an addiction whatsoever. You're on their time clock all the time, and you are in service to this type of personality. That's the Mopot card. Okay, so we'll see what comes out here. I may have to pause my camera. This light is awful. It's aging me. Narcissism will age you. Okay, that's even cigarettes. I don't do any of this. So this is my father. My father was taken off the planet at a young age. 56 is a young age. He was fighting a battle that he could never win. You will never win this battle, because these types of people are like immature little 2-year-olds, and they have way more strength to take you out. They can go toe to toe to toe with you. That's kind of like the Amber Heard situation. Money owns this town. That's all they wanted, is the money. Money owns this town. So we'll take one more here. It's a little bit of it's a beautiful day though. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood here. That's by Mr. Rogers. Money owns this town. Okay, so we'll see what comes out here. Psychopaths have the intention to hurt you. All narcissists are psychopaths. All psychopaths are narcissists, but not all narcissists are psychopaths. Money owns this town. Ooh, ooh. This is a danger, stranger danger. This can be somebody in your family. That's a blood relative. We see that. Money owns this town, wearing the king's crown. But this is who you're really dealing with. It was almost like when Rob Reiner went to Conan O'Brien's Christmas party. It was like he was attending a Halloween party in essence, because the one that was wearing the mask was this kid here. This is the king card. This is the Nick Reiner card. Rules for thee, but not for me. This is the me, I, my disease. This is the self-serving type of personality that you wait on hand and foot for, and it never changes. It would have never, nothing can help this type of person. This type of personality, the only thing that works is if you walk away and you keep away and you lock the doors and you don't answer any hoovers or any phone calls. Money owns this town. Some cases, if this is the blood relative of yours, you have to relocate a significant distance. Money owns this town. So we're taking another one. There we go. Because this is what you're looking at, the bride at every funeral, the corpse at every wedding. Nick Reiner would have been the corpse at every wedding. Nick Reiner would have been the Debbie Downer that came to that Conan O'Brien's party. This is the type of person that shows up wearing smiles ear to ear. Most likely will be smiling at the funeral of his dad. If not that he would get to go there, but this is the one that wears the grin, that little smirk. Bride at every funeral. Absolutely, they're happy that if they could hurt you, and they would come to do it. They would come to find you to do it all over again. Money owns this town. Money owns this town. It's a storage wars. Sometimes some families, that's when the fighting begins. Is when the matriarch dies, or death is really going to show you the monster behind the mask. Sense of entitlement. You can almost sniff it out. Money owns this town. There we go. This is a wonderful card here. This is what heals people, is this card. Significant distance, relocating. I don't think that Rob Reiner was capable of doing that. Obviously, he wasn't able to do that, but significant distance allows you to clear the fog, because it has everything to do with your emotions are out of whack. When you have a psychopath, narcissistic psychopath, histrionic, bionic, whatever you want to call it, you're dealing with your emotions. Your emotions are through the roof because this is a blood relative. And when it's a blood relative, you can't see straight. That's why significant distance is a phenomenal healer. Money owns this town. So one more for the road here. Have a wonderful day, and something with exercising, discretion. I don't know. All my videos are not recommended for children. Money owns this town. This is, see, I told you so. That's a very, very dangerous thing for people to say, because unless you've walked a mile in those shoes, I have, not necessarily, but you never know, because you don't know what's going on in the mind of someone that has no empathy. Money owns this town. Okay, so this is it. Taking one more here. Here we go. See, this is all they want, is the money. It's all he wanted. It's all Nick Reiner wanted. This is all what the king wants. Okay, this is the monster behind the mask. They want your money. They want you for your money or for what you can offer them. And this is the swift-moving self-defense mechanism that all narcissists have, okay? It's like a Deborah Winger. Did she play in some kind of a song, in some kind of a movie? I don't know, but it's very swift. And if it's your child, you can't see it till it's too late. Probably didn't pay attention or didn't want to listen to the psychiatrists, but I'm a fatalist. I believe things happen for a reason. And it's the Machiavellian type. It's a swift-moving self-defense mechanism. And it can kill you. Okay. Money owns this town. So this is it. Have a wonderful day. Smaller video, but like, subscribe if you wish. If you're meant to find me, you will. Money owns this town. Now, this is one of my wonderful cards in my deck. This is this is my soulful destiny. I survived the dark night of the soul. I would have never been able to do it without Spirit already lining up who I was destined to meet, actually in this town here. So I do have a lot of gratitude for this particular town, and money owns this town. So anyways, have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe if you wish. Life is beautiful when you walk away and when you keep away. It's all done. Enjoy.